The OR token is not a security. The OR token is not a stock. It is a video game token and is used for in-game purchases in OR-supported websites, video games, and the ORForge NFT marketplace. No ownership guarantees a percentage of any ownership of OR Systems Inc., any video games, content, media productions, or other, until options are extended. OR Systems Inc. is a privately owned and operated organization that utilizes blockchain technologies and provides real-world value to the intrinsic video game currency. As such, please ensure you approach the OR token at your own discretion. No one involved in this video is a financial advisor.
What's up, y'all?
How are you? What's going on, everybody?
Eric's in his undisclosed location again.
I am joining you guys via satellite from an undisclosed part of the country.
In his garage to stay warm.
On location in Wayne's World.
In Wayne's World, he's Garth. But thank you, everyone. What are we at? Episode 56 of the Warrior Hour. 56. Thank you so much for joining us. It's oh gosh, 56 episodes. Man, I'm glad. Yeah,
Armand, you know what? People said we wouldn't last up until 55, and here we are.
I know, here we are, right?
56th episode, man.
Here we are. I want to thank the millions watching now, and the 20,000 hours of watched videos. Was that
20,000 hours of watch time? Yes.
20,000 hours. That's a lot of time. Because why? Because the millions and billions are watching little clips of us. Thank you.
The billions.
It all adds up. And we're still here. We're here every week. Well, almost every week. I think we've been here. We've been here a lot. But we haven't got anywhere.
We had to take a little break
here and there. We can't, we can't go every single week. We can. Yeah, we can. But we're trying to build this up. But thank you for joining us. Thank you for sticking with us. Eric, Lucas, Jimmy, how's it going? What's going on? I hear we're in the news, Eric.
Yes,
always
news. Yep, always Fight for the White House. Best political parody game app of 2022.
Stellar
Business. Yep.
Stellar
we just sent the tweet out earlier. Yep.
StellarBusiness.com. Check it out. Oh,
Fight for the White House.
The award is in the mail, is what I hear.
Oh, we actually do that plaque.
So we should.
No.
Little star on it. Yeah.
That'd be cool. Must be that roundhouse kick that I had. What was my character? I chose Biden, and I was fighting Kamala. It's like, oh, look at this. It's like I'm going to kick her in the face. I'm going to kick her in the face.
Finish him.
That's what I did.
Finish him.
With how serious everything is, it's a nice way to just kind of decompress and take.
Can you be Reagan?
Well, cool. Politics makes people hot, and this is an application to get that. Yeah, exactly. Make it fun, man. Make it. Yeah. We're all in this together on this planet, man. So let's have fun with it, right? I think that was well said. Absolutely.
There's only one race, Eric. The human race.
Yeah, there you go.
The rat race.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man. Let's try to get out of that rat race, right?
Lucas, I heard there was some game development underway. You might have a sneak peek in that, right? You might have heard something more about that.
Yeah, we are knee deep in the game dev and planning. We're finalizing some content to bring it forward to the show to share it with everybody else. We just have to get a few things buttoned up before that, and then we can kind of start sharing some of that content and letting everybody know a little bit more about the project. It's related to something near and dear to all of us on the team. We're just really eager to share that information, and we'll push it out probably as early as next week. We're just finalizing some of the details on some fundraising and legal and things of that nature.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. It's exciting.
Yeah. It is. It's really exciting. It's fun. It's reinvigorated a lot of just drive and not that the ambition is not always there. It's like, because we're passionate about this, it's easier to press a little bit harder and spend 20 more minutes working on something and things of that nature. So we're really excited to bring that content forward and share it with everybody who's participating with the project.
Nice.
That's awesome. Man. I'm definitely excited, man. I got to be on the last couple of meetings after the break, and it's some really cool stuff happening. So I could feel it, man. The energy was electric, especially the last call. So
yeah, the graphics on it, it's just absurd.
Oh,
man.
yeah.
Man.
I was just about to mention that. I got a little taste of that.
Really blurs some lines between like real life and video game stuff. It's really, really interesting, far out, edgy content. Stay tuned. We're eager to get that out to you. Just be patient.
Yep, absolutely.
That's good. Oh, how's the staking? Are we still working on the?
We're still working through
staking? Yeah.
A little bit of that. There's some opportunities that we're making sure we're not going to take anything that we've put out in the public space, and just kind of make sure we're lining up everything to not make any mistakes while we're unpacking that complicated process. So just bear with us.
Gotcha. Yep.
And like as a follow up to that, we're just kind of like thanking everybody with the zero fees who are still in the staking pool, which should reap rewards and benefits within the OR ecosystem for years to come. So
awesome.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the valuable feedback. Some of it was colorful, and some of it was
mine was one of them.
Like I said before, we were learning a little bit during that process, and we thank everybody for participating, and we're interested to make sure everybody stays within the OR ecosystem.
Yeah, I also heard that we did a token burn recently too, didn't we?
On Friday the 13th.
I didn't even look. I didn't look.
Little nod to Jason Voorhees. We had some challenges with some moving pieces late last week. We really wanted to get it out. We didn't have time to bring the marketing aspects of it ahead of time. So here we're talking about it after the fact. Ended up being 1% was burned from the 12-month deep lock for the Forge. I had to dig through my notes on what the exact totals were burned. It was about the equivalent about 3,400-ish equivalent US dollars worth of tokens. So just trying to stay within what we said we were going to do for people. We just want to make sure we honor our commitments. We've been talking about those deep locks and what we're going to do with those for years to come, and those deep locks that have unlocked previously. So we're just kind of keeping our word on that.
Awesome.
Forgot about those deep locks.
I heard.
Yeah.
So besides the coin burn,
the next one's in a year.
Yeah. Okay, got it. Did we lose some camp counselors on Friday as well? Sorry, I had to throw it out there, man. I had to throw it out there.
Oh my gosh.
Oh boy.
There's a few survivors. One young lady, Jamie Lee Curtis, I think.
Yeah. Okay. There you go.
And in that respect, don't forget to check out the OR wallet too on Google.
Oh, all right.
Hey, hello. All right. We have
Justin. We got Justin. How are you, sir?
Did you guys cheer for me? That's so cute.
Usually we get a little bell that we say, okay, you can enter. You came right in.
You're just like right
Sneaky.
there.
What are you doing over there? How'd you do that? Great security, guys. Thanks, Google.
Yeah, sorry,
never underestimate the sneakiness.
Yeah, nice.
Justin is taking over the airwaves. Justin is taking over the airwaves.
Yes.
Right
Well,
on.
Justin, thank you so much for joining us this evening. Where are you based out of?
Travelers Rest, South Carolina, just outside of Greenville.
Okay.
Cool. East Coast. I'm in Florida, so we're on the same time zone here.
Yep.
These guys are central. So
I'm central.
Yes,
one-off.
you guys are central. A little bit. It's still early for them. But you mind if we ask you a couple questions?
Yeah, are we on or what? What's the story?
Oh yeah, we're live.
We're live.
I mean, we could
Yeah, that's why
definitely
you
shoot to a commercial or two.
Yeah, we are a little bit ahead of
let's
schedule.
break before we drill down onto that.
Let's do that.
Let's do that.
Here we go.
All right.
We're back.
We're back.
got our
We're
friend
back
Justin
here with Justin from ECLIPSE Cottages. So Justin, can you tell us a little about yourself? Tell us a little bit about yourself and your background.
I can tell you a lot if you want.
Okay. Well, whatever. We only got
the Cliff's Notes.
45 minutes here.
You got an hour. You got 4 or 5 minutes. Okay, so married for a long time, 4 kids, ages 4 to 11. Love my family. Work is going really, really well. We are doing tiny home developments. We are in solar. We are in construction of housing, cottages using sustainability. We've integrated blockchain technology across several layers of that.
Ooh.
I'm a believer. God is important in my life. What else you want to know? I can go real dirty. You want to know all the junk from high school?
Oh no.
Where were you on the night of? No, I'm kidding. No, that's awesome. So your family's your why? That's awesome.
Absolutely.
So what exactly got you into the blockchain aspect?
So I'm in my 40s, early 40s, and I was working at Morgan Stanley Dean Witter during the 99-2000 implosion of Web 2 or Web 1 or whatever that was, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I remember I was working there when Amazon went public, and all the talk, they went public at like $50 million, and the talk of like, these guys are never going to be anything. How are they justifying a $50 million valuation? This was the conversations of every company that went public. And then obviously it crashed and burned, right? And everybody thought that was it, right? Okay, internet's over. Or not everybody, clearly. But that, a lot of people felt justified, right? But as you know, that's the internet has changed the world like significantly.
Absolutely.
And so that's always been in the back of my mind. So I'm never one to turn down technology, even though Bitcoin was brought to my attention a long time ago, and I took a pass. I was like, oh, funny money. Kind of regret that. But I just started researching it and looking at housing, being in housing, and taking the technology and say, okay, well, how does it fit, right? So we found different blockchain companies. We've been working with Helium and Pollen on some wireless stuff. We're using blockchain, or we're using Bitcoin heaters, so we can actually heat our entire home with a Bitcoin miner.
Wow!
Shout out to Nakamoto Heating and Heatbit, because we've been working with both of them a little bit and following them on some of their stuff. But so now we can do it. Now our homes are Bitcoin heated. And that plays into the sustainability of housing, right? We have a solar roof, so I don't want to hear anybody whine about the environment. Like, we do solar roofing, right? So we can fully power this thing with solar. We're not destroying the environment. We're actually helping it significantly, because now we're using solar to not only create heat but reduce the overall cost of the cottage for a buyer. So, because if you can use free power to print money and heat your home, that's a powerful powerful combination. So it's really just being open-minded to exploring the technologies and what they really mean. So it's, I'll harass my buddies for bringing up new technology and make fun of them, and then I'll study it, and then I'll jump into it, and then they'll give me a hard time for jumping into it. So it's kind of one of those things. As I understood the technology, it was just there's more and more applications. I understood more and more how it is going to change the world. It's going to make a lot of things easier, more efficient. I believe that. I believe a lot of it's junk too, just like in web, back then, right? When you got Whoopi Goldberg as your spokesperson for a fake crypto, basically it was crypto before it was crypto. It was like fake internet money called flues, right? It was a joke, and it went public or whatever, big splash, and bankrupt in 6 months, right? So it's just, there's going to be good and bad. There's going to be winners and losers. So my focus is on how do I provide that utility within the technology in the environment of housing, right?
That was literally the words that were going to come out of my mouth, is utility, and that's going to be the only way people survive in that space, is if they offer utility. Otherwise, it's just hooey, so to speak.
Mm-hmm. In a nutshell, what exactly is Eclipse Cottages, and because you mentioned solar energy and the heat, the Bitcoin heat, which I'm really curious about. What other technology do you have integrated in these cottages? Or like what would be like the nutshell pitch, I guess, is the way I would say it.
Well, I mean, so we're working with water reuse filtration. So the goal is to take a home anywhere and it just works, right? Put it in the desert, it works. Put it in the, Arizona's out of water. Put it there, it still works. Put it in the mountains, it works. So we're working on all that vertical integration of the technology. So, the solar piece is the first, right? We need an energy source. And we actually are using an integrated solar steel roof. So it's our own design. The solar is in the roof. It's kind of like a Tesla, only, not. And it's a steel roof as opposed to what they do. So you have power. Okay, now you can power everything, right? Power your lights, appliances, all that kind of stuff. All our homes are fully electric. You can always upgrade and do, propane, gas if you want. That'd be on your own once you get it. We're really focused on making these completely self-sustainable, and not just from green. I think it's a good idea to take care of the environment, regardless of what you think about global warming and all that kind of stuff. Like, nobody likes it when there's litter all over. That alone should be enough for you to say, yes, we do want to take care of this, because nobody wants everybody's trash in their front lawn. That alone should just be a signal, like maybe we should at least be open to it. But you've got, and it's funny because we attract both crowds, right? The both extremes, right? We attract the people that are really, really into sustainability and green technologies and no off gassing, and our shells are steel, so we resist fire and pollen because of the air barrier and water and all that. Great. And then there's this other off-grid subculture that's kind of politically the other extreme. Yeah. That's well, I want to be able to put this anywhere, and I want a hunting shed, and I want it to be powered, and I don't want the government to know where I'm at. And I want to just be able
I was just gonna say off the grid. Yep. So
it's funny because we do cater to both of those audiences, which is why I think politics is so hilarious, because on a lot of ways we're on the same page as far as what we want. It's just we talk about it differently, we think about it differently, but ultimately there's a solution for both of us. So anyway, so it starts there. We got water catchment, filtration, and reuse. So we have a system that you can actually capture all the water in your home as you're using it, run it through a filtration system, and feed it back into your home. It's existing technology, right? This is there. We have this technology. And so it drives me crazy when you see these stories about water shortages and we're out, and it's and I was talking to somebody even today, he's like, yeah, but you need water to start. And I'm like, are you kidding me? Bring a 50-gallon drum of water and you're done. You never need water again. Yeah. It's that simple. It just drives me crazy. There's solutions to these problems that
absolutely
are existing that people just aren't taking advantage of. So you got water filtration. You got we're doing the smart housing stuff. So trying to put in, we're censoring up the home, right? All the smart housing stuff. We're working, trying to work pretty closely with Helium, some vendors of chips and software to basically package up all of smart housing and just offer it. For our cottages, everything that we develop is going to be standard. So every cottage has got the solar roof. Every cottage has our wireless smart switches that you can control with your phone. Every cottage has the water filtration system. Now we aren't doing the rainwater catchment and that piece of it on all the homes yet. We're just, quite frankly, we're just too busy, right? It's like, okay, that's going to be an upgrade eventually, but right now, like we just need to move product, right? So we're working on that stuff. The goal is to package it all in one platform where you have your home fully connected and you can control your data how you want. You know, your power usage, water usage, sensors for doors and windows open, security cameras, smart locks. Like, we just want to come with a whole package. And like I said, it starts with our home, but we're working with some bigger partners as well that are interested in implementing that part of the technology. So kind of, then you get into the sustainability, right? Then you get into like actually materials that you're using. We use steel SIPs. We, we're looking at, we have a shower wall that looks like a premium tile shower, but it's a composite. We put an ERV in every home, which is an energy recovery ventilator. It brings in fresh air and disposes stale air to keep ventilation going, get rid of moisture. It's just things like that we, and for that we almost have to, because our shell is so insulated and so airtight that you need to get fresh air in there. So that's a big piece of it. We're working on other ways of tokenizing that cottage and keeping that data in a tokenized environment, where like if you own that home and you have that, I hate the word NFT because I think that term is just poisoned, but
we're just talking about that. Yep.
But
digital
it's an NFT token of your home, where on that token, it's your, the information about your home, as much as you want to share or as much as you want to keep. But it's going to be your deed, your insurance policy, your mortgage balance, like any of that information that you want to keep on it. And if you choose to share that with somebody, you have that choice. And if you choose to share it with a mortgage company, then you actually get, rewarded for that. You get tokens. You get a benefit for actually sharing that information, as opposed to Google getting that benefit of sharing that information. So that's kind of what we're building on from a blockchain, tokenizing the home standpoint. We're putting up all the solar, so we're doing the solar car, we're doing the developments too. So we do solar covered carports combined with our solar house, right? So we have lots of power. We're doing outdoor boat and RV storage where we're covering the whole thing with solar. And it's like, well, what do we do with the power? Because it's just boat and RV storage. Well, we set up a little mining rig and use all the power, the free power generated to mine some more Bitcoin or some Doge if we really want to. Like, so just explore it all.
Back to the grid.
There's a lot to it. Sorry, you weren't wrong though. I'm totally hijacking this.
No, that's
this is good stuff.
Why you're here. We want to hear about it. How did you end up in tiny homes? Did you try this at like a scale with like full size homes, or just always knew?
So actually, I had a company up in Michigan. We moved to South Carolina. I had a company up in Michigan called Superfly Kids. We made custom superhero capes. And we were one of the Inc. 500 fastest growing private companies. You can Google us. I pitched Shark Tank. We didn't air, but I pitched them. Barbara Corcoran had her finger in my mouth. I got all kinds of crazy fun stories. So I moved to South Carolina and I was looking to move the company down. I found this acreage close to Travelers Rest on the Swamp Rabbit Trail, 24 acres, ponds, creeks, just beautiful, fell in love with it. So then I had to figure out what to do with all that acreage. There was a building that I could put my manufacturing company into, but I still had this 24 acres, right? So when people brought up tiny homes, that's a stupid idea. Like nobody wants to live in a tiny home, right? Like, and all that's going through my head is like putting a toilet in the kitchen, right? And no appliances and just like this, everything that you see on HGTV, right? All the crazy zany stuff that they put because it's TV worthy. And I'm like, people don't really want to live that way. That's ridiculous. So like I said, that's kind of my first reaction to everything new to me. But then I actually take the time to look at it and research it. And I actually went into a couple. And when I actually went into like some of these homes, I'm like, the first one I went into, I got it. I was like, I get it. I could live this way. Yeah. And then the more I researched, the more I was like, wow, it's, it from a cost perspective, right? From a time perspective, like, I talk to people that are like, oh, I could never get rid of my 4,000 square foot house. That's great. Good for you. How much of that square footage do you actually use? You have 6 bedrooms. It's you and your wife. Like, are you kidding me? But if you like paying that bill, if you like dusting those rooms and heating and cooling that space that you're not using, like, I don't know what to tell you. I can't speak common sense to you. It just is what it is. It's common sense.
I could back that because I just sold a 5-bedroom house because my girls are in college, and it's like, all right, time to downsize. You don't need all that space. 2-3 rooms not being used except for junk, being heated, and cooled, but for junk.
You gotta heat your toys, especially your toys there.
Yeah.
But Justin, what blockchains are you looking to tokenize your products on?
I don't know. I'm not a coder. I believe what we landed on was starting with an Ethereum token, which I am personally not an Ethereum fan. I don't like it personally. I get from a coding standpoint, it's a nice token. We're looking at converting that to a Polygon, I think, to make it cross-chain compatible. But I don't know. I'm trying. I don't know enough I know enough about it to be dangerous, right? I know what I want to accomplish, and I rely on people smarter than me on that topic to help me figure out how to accomplish it, right?
I'm glad we have those guys on our team.
Absolutely. We got an NFT marketplace. We can show you how to mint your own tokens.
For another day. Excuse me. For another day.
That's we're more unpacking than 20 minutes that we have left on the segments.
All right.
We're coming up on a quick commercial break, so let's pause for station identification, and we'll be back shortly.
What does CBGB stand for?
Country Bluegrass Blues.
We have a band.
You're gonna want to crank it.
Not very country.
This club's gonna be different.
This band is Talking Heads.
We're Blondie.
We're the Ramones.
We're the Jet Boys.
Patti Smith Crew.
Lou Reed.
I can't sleep on a mattress when bands are getting signed right and left. These kids have something to say. We really should listen.
Forge greatness, this is what you need. Next level marketplace with the NFT. Music, podcasts, movies, and more. Crypto games, take it to the next level for sure. Or system, If you buy the NFT, this is what you're missing. Or system, If you buy the NFT, this is what you're missing. To my movie makers and musicians, time to level up. Bring your content, even all my game developers. We got movie streaming, music streaming, so you wanna be in the mix. This ain't no big production company. Over 25,000 or users, yes indeed. Only charging 2.3% sales fee. Own all your music, all your games, own your future. Set your own terms. This is how you do it. You need or system. If you buy the NFT, this is what you're missing. Or system. If you buy the NFT, this is what you're missing. Let's go. Forge greatness. Woo.
Right. And we're back.
We're back. Getting into some conversations there, weren't we?
I know. These commercials go fast. I wish they would go fast when I'm watching one of my shows. But anyway, so Justin, who is your typical customer? And I mean, how easy I was just online as you guys were talking, trying to order the house. But can you walk us through what it's like buying a cottage?
Yeah, I mean, so our new comment model, it's a really, really small version. It's meant more for Airbnb usage, backyard ADU, but it does have all hookups, so it can be lived in. It starts at like 25 grand as like all inclusive, right? And so the interest level has been across the board. The communities that I operate are mostly empty nesters. Kids are out, too much house, too much space, that kind of thing. We have a lot of single people, especially like divorcees. They're on their own and they just need someplace, less expensive, but easy. And again, they want to live their life differently than they have been, We have a lot of interest from younger people and from investors where, they want to put these up in places and rent them out. And younger people can't afford down payments, can't afford the interest rates now, right? And so what we've developed, because of the way we're doing stuff, we've been able to develop our own financing. And so with that, we can finance, this Comet. Our financing starts at $99 a month for a house that you can live in, right? It's crazy.
Yeah, I was about to say.
So we're just rolling that out now. So we've started taking applications. We've started issuing approvals. That has kind of opened up the possibilities to who can now do this, right? And I almost hate saying that it's $99 a month because it's like, oh, well, that's cheap, and they think cheap house, but it's like you got a solar roof, you got IoT, smart housing technology, you got luxury waterproof LVP flooring, solid wood cabinets. Like we're building like a phenomenal product for that price. But because of the technology that we've figured out and the tax benefits of that technology and how we can package it, it's kind of, it's nothing that we can patent, but it is proprietary. It took us a lot of time and energy to figure it out, and it's because we're doing things that other people just aren't doing, or they're not even trying to do right now. Sure. So it just kind of opens up that potential client list to all the people that are interested in tiny homes and now can easily afford it. Because financing on tiny homes is notoriously difficult because they're portable. Banks don't like loaning on them because they're portable, higher interest rates, large down payments. So even if the cost is lower, under $100,000, you still need 20% down and you're still going to pay 9% interest. It's kind of crazy. So by solving that problem, we've really seen a lot of interest spread across the board for who wants to own one of these.
So all you got to do is hook this up to water or anything.
Well, actually, it's
it's all there.
Yeah.
Right?
So it's all possible. Let me put it that way. So we're working on all these things. We have the technology for the water reuse. We have the technology for different gray water, black water options. We have different battery backups that you can put in and all this stuff. Now they come ready to be connected. So they come ready to connect sewer, ready to connect water, ready to connect power with like an RV plug, right? So you go to any RV site, you roll this thing up, you can connect it to the RV site, right?
Okay.
To get it to go completely off grid, you're going to have to do some modifications that we don't include standard on every home. We can do the solar, we can do all the battery backup, but we aren't currently doing rainwater catchment systems. We have them picked out. We have the gray water reuse. We have a unit in my office, or not in my office, but in our warehouse. But like I haven't even played with it and got it into a home yet because I'm like, you know what, we gotta do a better job of actually providing the product that's already ordered. So I kind of took a step back and, cut people off and said, I'm sorry, like, yes, we put this out there. Yes, it's going to be available, but no, you can't have it yet. So.
As long as you get water, you're good.
That incremental introduction of those technologies in rural areas is going to be something that people are change the way people live. I moved from San Antonio, which is a 7 million plus people city, to a small town that's got less than 2,000 people in it, and you can start to you feel some of those challenges that you're working through, man. It's really interesting stuff. We've got acreage, and we're picking through some of these opportunities as well. So I'm definitely interested in connecting with you after the show to talk more at length about it.
So I know at CES they had a sneak peek at smart home technology. What do you have in the plans and it works for the app to manage all that? Because that sounds like that's a lot of stuff to put in, a lot of stuff to manage in one application on a phone. But
yeah, I mean, right now we're just kind of using off-the-shelf stuff. Eventually, we'd like to do like our own like really cool app and tie it into like the NFT project, right? So eventually, it'd be nice to have like your NFT of your home or whatever. All your homes can be in your wallet, and then that actually can act as like the key to your home, right? So when you have your NFT, you can use your phone now with that NFT to unlock your door. I'd like to be able to include all of the sensors and all of the readings and have a dashboard. I actually want to put a touch screen in the homes, and that touch screen will control everything. Kind of like, the thermostats, but like everything. Your
Google
energy
Nest on steroids.
What's that?
Like Google Nest on steroids for whole home.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah.
I mean,
That'd
everything.
really,
all these guys are like, all these big tech companies are kind of like picking and choosing and this one and that one. And I feel like nobody's really come at it with like a whole suite of housing tech, right? They're relying on people to kind of cherry pick and patch it. And it's not fun to do smart housing. Everything's a different software and a different feel, a different layout, a different company doing this. You need this, you need that. And so hopefully we can start trying to address that.
That was good.
I got a guy.
Do you have
something?
Do you have any possible thoughts on maybe blockchain use for fractional real estate?
So that plays into the tokenization of the actual cottage, right? Okay. So if you can fractionalize an NFT, you basically fractionalize a cottage. Sure. How that concept actually started was the timeshare concept. Mm-hmm. So if you have a timeshare and use the NFT as your mechanism to manage the timeshare. So that was kind of how the whole exploration of the technology started. Sure. Was how does that look?
Are you guys looking at rolling this out like nationwide or
yeah, I mean, right now all I've committed to is like an MVP. I've talked a little bit about tokenomics and how to do that, but we're basically just going to build a platform where anybody can go and immediately tokenize their home or multiple homes. Mm-hmm. And actually the second they do that, they start earning they'll start earning rewards. So similar to mining, right? Just the fact that you have our NFT is enough to actually get you earning, right? You're basically automatically staking your NFT, automatically earning our token as a reward for tokenizing your home. And we're using that as an incentive to get as many people as we can to tokenize their home. So that's kind of step one. From a use case standpoint, then we can look at, okay, and we're working on like just kind of a white paper, right? Of like, here's what we want to do. Here's where we're going. And here's the future rewards, right? And it's going to be stuff like an Airbnb type platform where you can use your tokenized home to list your home. And if you do that, you get rewarded. You can, again, if you decide to share your data, then you get rewarded for sharing your data. If you want to, get insurance quotes for your home through our network, then you get rewarded for doing that all within your token. Yeah. And so the model in my mind is one where, there's a fixed cap, with halvings every 2 years or something like that. And the rewards recycle. So you end up using our token to participate in the ecosystem, and it burns it, puts it back into the treasury, and the treasury redispenses it based on whatever those percentages are. So initially it'll be very heavy rewarded for just the people to tokenize their home. Eventually those rewards will shift to more behavior focused.
That can also allow people to get out through liquidity on your rewards. I stayed X number of times at this cottage. I don't want the free stuff. I can just turn around and sell that. Yeah, that's really really
or
clever.
buy an entire home, right? So like we'll sell somebody a cottage in Bitcoin right now.
Yeah.
And when we have our own, we'd accept you want to use your rewards to buy a house? Here you go. You want to buy rewards to buy a solar roof? Here you go. So yeah, that's the utility piece, right?
Yeah. Pretty nifty.
It is.
Absolutely.
I don't know, guys. I'm looking at the matte black countertops, farmhouse sink, gray floors, white cabinets. I don't know. I'm in it.
I do want to point out, Lucas actually has one right behind him, not live in the flesh, but he's got his background. And Justin, I like yours in particular because it looks like you're out. It kind of gives you the visual of we're out in the middle of nowhere. You're not relying on utilities and any municipal, just it's right there, we're out in the middle of nowhere. Enjoy.
For the record, they're both mine. So we built the one behind Lucas was the first one that we built. So you'll see that
That's
on
really
a lot of our
cool.
marketing. It's a bigger model, closer to 400 square feet, with a loft that you can actually stand up in. And then the one in mine is our newest model, our smallest model. But this one can easily ship all over the country. For like $2,000, we can ship it from South Carolina to California.
At all.
Crazy.
That's incredible. That's
And
really
actually,
incredible.
So partly what's cool, not only can you like mine Bitcoin for free with our solar, but like kind of tongue in cheek, we're the only portable Tesla charger. So technically our solar, if you plug in the power to your Tesla, you're actually going to be charging your Tesla while you're pulling our home.
Or any electric car, probably, right?
Yes, I know, but Tesla's still I guess Tesla's not cool anymore.
I mean, they're still the leader, though.
They're the best in the market. So
Yeah,
that's what makes them cool.
We do have bragging rights on that. The world's first portable Tesla charger.
There you go.
It's pretty nifty.
Or any electric vehicle charger.
All right, Justin. Well, thank you. So, and before we go, any last shout outs? Anything you want to promote here, other than your homes?
I mean, I just like talking to people about the stuff I'm passionate about. So
it's cool, man.
I appreciate you guys having me on. If people are interested, just go to our website, ECLIPSECottages.com. Google us. Google me, Justin Draplin. I'm the only one in the world with my name. You'll find me. If you read an article that says that name, it's me. Okay. But yeah, thanks for having me. Appreciate you guys giving me the time and the conversation.
Absolutely.
That's awesome.
Definitely.
Love to
Really
share your
you.
content. We really appreciate you coming on.
We love to talk to passionate people too. So
yeah, you can see it.
Yeah.
Great.
I want one.
Thank you so much.
I want one now. I just
kind of want
want
that alpha. I want the alpha.
I'm going to talk to my wife, honey. We're going to check out. Just hear me out. Yeah, absolutely. That's excellent.
Wait till you see it. Wait till you see it.
Yeah.
They're incredible. In person. Yeah, in person. I want to see one in live. That's awesome.
Dual
amazing stuff,
toilet,
Justin.
Luxury. Come on.
Armando's already like.
So much, Justin.
Armando's ready to order. He's on it right now.
He's got. He sounds like he's got what's called the deluxe, the platinum deluxe.
Oh yeah.
That's incredible. That's incredible.
Thanks again, Justin. Really appreciate you.
Thanks. Thank you for having us.
Have a good night.
Yo,
ladies and gentlemen,
I want like 3 small homes in the back.
Armando's ready to buy.
I would love to have like 3, like one for my wife and I, and then one for each kid. They'll never fight again. It's like your own room.
Armando's ready to buy.
It's not that bad. It's if you go on their YouTube, so they go on their website, but they also have a YouTube channel. Well, they were talking, I was watching because I was so into it. I'm like, oh man, I could live in that. 200 square feet isn't that bad.
I mean, if you don't have a lot of stuff.
And I mean, some of the features, I mean, let alone, so if I heard him right, he was talking about having a bit mining setup supply your heat, which is amazing. So you're taking, you're not, it's what's the word I'm looking for? You're really not leaving any stone unturned. You're utilizing every little bit of what you have. Recycling the water too is really great.
That's where I kind of drew the line.
A little gross.
Maybe I would recycle. Yeah, most water, I guess.
Oh, I know what you mean. It's funny. It's one of those.
I know you can. I know you can, but
gray water.
Yeah.
I
get it.
It's just we've come so
far. Used sink water to flush a toilet, yes.
Sure.
Drinking used sink water, no.
I agree. But then he didn't necessarily say it was drinking water, just recycled for the house.
Yeah.
So they could be for your.
What if the tubes get crossed by accident?
I doubt
a little seepage.
Well, I don't know. Yeah, I get it.
We've actually been looking at these things for a couple months now. Putting another house on our property for guests to come hang out. Really interesting, neat stuff. Really neat opportunities.
Or
there's a lot out there, man.
What could end up happening, Lucas, is when you do have like your in-laws over or whoever, you stay in the Eclipse Cottage and they stay in your house because that's new, man. If we're going new, I'm staying in my Eclipse. You guys take the house. I'll be in the backyard.
Yeah,
sounds like you can Lucas could fit quite a few on his your acreage. I'm sure.
It's a word on the street.
That's awesome.
Would be cool, man.
How you guys feeling?
Well,
I'm feeling great, man. We're episode 56. That really makes me smile.
And I like that stuff.
Because again, everybody.
Nick just sent something. You guys see that?
Oh, what does he got?
What did he send over? What did he send over?
He was in the news today. Nick was in the news today.
Was he?
NTD News talking about the Fed tracking financial transactions illegally.
Ooh.
I
put
like
that link in the
live. It was a live news broadcast, so it was on TV actually.
And he was on it.
Man.
No.
I'll probably post a link to it on the Twitter.
Please do.
The track program, very cool, man.
Nice.
I'll tell you what.
Interviewed on the street, or was he like interviewed?
He was interviewed. It looks like it was. I mean, I didn't look at it just yet.
Oh, there he is. I'm watching it.
There you go. So, hey. You want to share it?
That guy's so photogenic.
Share it, Armando.
Share a little bit of it.
Share it.
Okay.
Share a little bit of that.
Hold your horse.
It's not like when I was on the news, like, officer. I saw the whole thing. There you go. Let's do it.
Look at that.
And really kind of the activity, right? The ability to collect the information.
Look at that in his little incubator down there,
budget,
keeping it raw,
and an actual
keeping it real. I love it.
For the federal government to be able to see into what people are doing, how they're spending their lives, and what they're talking about.
But yeah, go check it out on ntd.com. Full broadcast
you guys still
today.
Let me
get a better pause.
Mark Rustin, the former FBI special agent, says authorities Danersky, who's been working in this field for.
Well, he's been, and this guy's saying he's been working in the field for about.
Darniski.
Yeah,
it's all right. Close enough.
Close enough.
Yeah, you know.
Well, look at that! Look at that!
That's amazing,
on
man.
the news.
Also, doesn't surprise me, man. The guy could write a book. We love you, Nick. Look what you started. Yeah.
I hope he doesn't write a book. He'll make us read it in order to like pass the security
Man,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've accidentally run into a couple dev meetings with those guys, and it's like I'm leaving. I don't know what they're talking about. Good stuff though. Sounds technical and sexy, but I don't know what it means. That's awesome, man. All right, man.
Well, we put a bow on this thing a little bit early tonight, or what?
Yeah, I'm fine. Yeah, of course.
That's dragging it out.
Yeah.
No sense of dragging it out.
No sense, right?
If we're out of it, we're out of it, man.
No. We had a good episode. This was a great one.
What are you guys doing for dinner?
Lasagna.
Armando, can you stop sharing? Armando, can you stop sharing?
Oh, sorry.
Hey, Lucas, I'll be over in 9 hours.
Yeah.
I'm gonna come over to Lucas's house, man. He's always cooking up something good.
Quick trip down the
Man,
highway.
you know what? I wish we can go live when these two are like going at it. Because right before we went live, these two were going at it. I just wanted to go live right away.
You know the worst. So
that's great.
My wife gets to see a lot of those little disagreements we get into, and she's always like, "God, do you really make Jimmy, like, you really piss him off? You really make him mad?" I'm like, "No, I don't think so. Maybe, I don't know. I'm mad right now. Can't think straight. No, I love you, buddy. You know that.
You know that.
Oh, it's a love-hate relationship with you guys. I love it.
Oh, there's no hate.
Brotherly love.
It's like Luke and Han. That's what it is.
Oh yeah, they could be that. I'm sure Eric wants to be Han though.
He's got the Falcon, man. How do you not, man?
Yeah.
Well, Lucas, Jimmy, Eric, thank you so
Jedi.
much. To the billions watching now and the trillions that'll be watching this, giving us our 20,000, 30,000 hours in the next time I look. I really appreciate you guys. Really appreciate all y'all that have been with us since day one and still believe in us because we're still here. We're still here.
Ain't going nowhere.
And for the ones that said we would never make it past episode 55, here it is, man. Episode 56.
Still creating content, pivoting when we have to.
Yep.
Stay tuned, guys. Thank you so much. Love y'all.
Episode 57
Thank you, guys.
next week.
Thank you.
Later. Yeah.
Introducing the Cool Wallet Pro, an enhanced hardware wallet the size of your credit card, yet packs the most sophisticated cold storage technology inside, giving you full control of your digital assets whenever, wherever you need it. Cool Wallet Pro connects offline to only your mobile device within a 10-meter distance and requires you to physically confirm every transaction on your Cool Wallet Pro after checking transaction details for optimal security. Cool Wallet Pro is designed for the professional crypto user who needs more than just superior security in a hardware wallet. You can plug in directly to the world of DeFi, DEXs, and other dApps, allowing you to earn easy passive income from staking and DeFi on the best crypto blockchains. Through our extensive marketplace, you can trade, sell, and buy directly from trusted third parties, all within the Cool Wallet app. While staying anonymous, retaining data privacy, and avoiding trust risks. With Cool Wallet Pro, the key to your future is in your hands.